Vancouver. Hope you had a great week. Today for us in Vancouver and in Canada, most of all the provinces, it was a holiday. So we had a long weekend. I hope that my peers here in Vancouver enjoyed it. We had such an amazing, beautiful day. Finally, it has arrived. And I had also an amazing weekend because I met Iceman. I don't know if you know who Iceman is, but he's an amazing guy. His name is Wim Hof, and you should Google him. He's incredible. Iceman is able to be inside cold water, ice water, for more than 2 hours. 2 hours. And I had the chance to go to his event. There was like 200 people with us, and we actually went to cold water. We tested it. And it was just right after we had breathing exercises and everything. And I wanted to really touch base a little bit more on what he's doing and what he did in his life, because I think it can teach us so much about success, about life. So just to give you a couple things that he's done that are pretty incredible. One, he climbed the Mount Kilimanjaro with shorts. Nothing on him, just shorts. That's it. And I don't know if you knew, but doing the Kilimanjaro, apparently 40% of the people only are able to climb Kilimanjaro. And a lot of times people thought that he was a kind of a Superman, the only one guy that can do these type of things. But he said, you know what, I'm going to prove you that other people can do it. So he brought some people with him. And as a matter of fact, 95% of all the people that were with him were able to climb Kilimanjaro. Not 40%, 95%. 95% wearing shorts. Not even gear, like not even winter gear. They did it with just like nothing. Can you imagine? That's one of the things he's done. And he's done so many other things. One, for example, when he was in that ice cold water, some people said if you are under 32 degrees, you're going to be in a very critical point where your body can just go down, like it's very dangerous. And so I guess he was doing his experiment, other people were watching him, and at one point it was at 30.8. So some people are like, oh my God, like you're gonna have to do so. Guys, like we gotta watch Wim. He's at 30.8, and I think in a matter, I don't know how long, maybe 2 minutes, he went back up at 36. So it's just teaching us the power of our mind over matter, and it's totally possible. So many other people are doing it. I just hope that you're going to research more about him, because what he's doing is extraordinary. He's just telling everybody, the science, that we got to think differently. We can be healthier, we can be happier, and we can be stronger all by ourselves. All by ourselves. And it was such an amazing experience to witness that, because wow, if this guy can do it and other people can do it, you can do it. Which leads me to the second story. I had the chance to go to a different event just before that, the day before, and it was with my friend Baptiste Pape, who did the movie The Power of the Heart. And there was another guy, a movie producer and a writer, that was with him. And he went through a lot of different situations in his life that a lot of people would probably just freak out and maybe, I don't know, quit this world. He was almost bankrupt, was beaten to death almost by a guy, and he had so many problems after that that he had a hard time to just remember things. Thankfully, he had the chance to go to a neurofeedback location while they were giving him neurofeedback, and he brought all the memory back, and he was strong again. But what's more interesting is that there was someone in the audience that said, you know what, David was his name, he said, David, is there something you can teach us, like us, the young generation, about an advice, something that we should all do? What do you think we should know in your own mind about life? And he said, you know what? All I can tell you is dream big and never quit. Dream big and never quit. So remember the story that I just said, and for some of the people that are just joining right now, remember what I just said about Wim Hof, the Iceman. If this guy is able to be 2 hours in cold water, maintaining the body temperature at 37, and even if they inject in his blood cells a bacteria, the bacteria doesn't have any effect on his blood cells, that tells us that our mind has so much power over matter. And then we have a personal story of David that can say, you know what, despite the whole thing, I know one thing. We just got to dream big and never quit. And this week for me, and I hope that for you, you're going to think about your big dreams. You're going to think about it because it's totally possible. There's a lot of people that can tell us we need those stories to inspire us. It is possible. Go after your dreams, guys. Like, I mean, I wish you were there with me, but it's incredible what we can do with our mind, with our body, with everything. So what is it that you're going to work this week, your big dream, starting now, that you maybe put on the shelf? And I don't know if you're like me, but that happened many times in my life where because I was scared. And that's one thing. He said the biggest enemy of all is anxiety and is fear. Past that, no problem. So think about your dream this week. What is it that you can work on? The biggest, most important thing that you know by the time you're going to leave this planet, you'll be proud that you left a legacy. So think about it. This week, I'm going to announce one of the most important news of my life. If it's not this week, it's going to be next. There's some lawyers' implication in there, legal implications. I can't wait to tell you. I know you're going to be able to support, and I know you're going to have some fun. So just think about what I said with Wim Hof, the Iceman. Everything's possible. Mind over matter. Dream big and never quit. I wish you an amazing week. Take care, guys.